Hey everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading today, looking at the love energy coming towards you, the love energy around you at this current time. Um, Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate your support. I do apologize if my voice is a little bit off today. I've had some dental work done earlier today, so I am still I can hear it that I am still talking a little bit differently to how I normally talk, but hopefully it shouldn't be a drama. I will be taking timestamps as always, and I do have a new deck to share with you today as well. I've got the Mystic Martian Oracle today. Okay, so I first saw this deck on Galactic Goat Cody's channel. He's no longer actually doing readings. I'll keep everyone updated if he does, start doing readings again, of course. But I was very excited to get this deck as well because, Martians, aliens. I'm a big conspiracy nut. I do love all that sort of whack stuff, and we know there's aliens now, so it's going to be fun to see how this deck works, especially in a love reading. It's not strictly a love deck or anything like that, but I am excited to use it and see how that comes out. The Lenormand deck I am using, I've got the Jelly Bean Lenormand. Okay, so we're going to start off today with Aries. So like always, I will be taking timestamps as well. Okay, so starting off with Aries. Okay, Aries, we're going to have a look at the love energy around you, the love energy headed your way. Okay, Aries. Love energy around Aries. Love energy coming in for our Aries, please. Once again, sorry if my voice is a little bit off. I have had some dental work done today. Okay. Love energy for Aries, please. Okay, so we do have, this is going to be the fun part with this new deck, learning how to say all the words. Okay, so we have the Andromedans. Okay, what a beautiful card. This Mystic Martian deck. I love it. Autonomy, free will, manifestation. Okay, so there is this element with that straight away that someone is trying to manifest you, Aries, but it is really focusing on the autonomy and the free will, so whether that's you may be trying to manifest somebody yourself, Aries, depending on what way that goes, but I'm kind of getting that one of you is trying to manifest the other, and one of you is kind of exerting your free will and following the path that you choose rather than the path that destiny has chosen for you. So whether that's you or somebody around you, it really is very strongly of in that sense of aligning free will with manifestation. So if that's you exerting your free will there, Aries, really manifest the ability to have that free will and to be able to follow your own path. You can actually manifest that as well, and just sort of basically tell the universe, look, I'm not happy with following that path. I want to, exert my free will, and we're going to go this path. And, as long as you're putting that intention behind yourself and, to manifest whatever path you are actually wanting to manifest here, your free will does, hold the power at the end of the day. So, it's just sort of feeling a little bit like a bit of a struggle at the moment that, the manifestations and the free will are kind of clashing. But we'll have a look at the Lenormand. So obviously, if you're trying to manifest a specific love, the person that you're trying to manifest, whether you know them or not, they may be trying to exert their own free will and follow their own unique path at this current time. But we'll have a look here. Aries, a love energy around Aries at this time, please. Love energy around Aries. Love energy coming in for Aries. Okay, so here we have it. You know, we do have on the bottom of the deck that they're the scythe energy. So there is going to be some sudden, unexpected changes going on here. So I feel as though what the change is relating to is that free will, that manifestation. It's kind of like a sudden change one way or the other. So a sudden change of manifesting your free will, or a sudden change of deciding, do you know what, I don't need to exert my free will anymore. I'm going to follow the manifestation universe, destiny pull, you know, the pull of destiny. We do have here the Tower. Okay, so there's this energy around you of for a lot of you, I feel like this is the past coming through. Sort of somebody from the past is really taking some time to themselves. We have the tree there as well. So they're really focusing on their own self-growth at this time. They're maybe, you know, locking themselves away up in Rapunzel's tower, really focusing on their own self-growth. And so I do feel as though that's that free will, once again, exerting itself, that it's, do you know what, I'm not ready to deal with the love energy. You know, I don't want to come towards Aries. I'm too busy, you know, really focusing on myself and, you know, growing and healing in the way that I do need to, looking after themselves. But once again, you know, like I said, that hidden energy, we've got that sudden change there. And then we do have the birds as well. So, you know, the birds is all about conversation. So it feels like this person, it does feel like it's someone from your past here, Aries. You know, just generally speaking, it may be somebody that you know, have in the past connected to astrally. You may not even know this person, but there is some sort of connection that is already linking you and this person. And they do know that there is a conversation that needs to happen between you and them in the future. So in the future, we may see a sudden, unexpected conversation taking place between you and this person, and you know, expect to hear phrases like, you know, I couldn't resist destiny anymore. You know, I really just wanted to make sure I was healed enough to face this conversation. That kind of energy there, Aries. But that's what we have for you. I do suggest watching your other placements, especially your moon sign coming up onto the full moon on the 25th. The moon signs usually are quite strong as well. But moving right along to our Taurus. How are we, Taurus? Okay, love energy around Taurus. Love energy headed towards Taurus. Love energy for Taurus, please. Ooh, Taurus. We do have the shadow self coming through. Denial, projecting, and shame. Okay, so obviously that does sound a little bit more negative, aligned with that energy coming towards you. It's kind of showing you that there is just some stuff within you yourself that you're wanting to deal with first, that you may not have dealt with from the past, to do with your shadow self. Very timely there, Taurus, because we do have our shadow work reading coming up on the 25th. I'm not exactly sure when I'll be uploading that, because I am going away, you know, overseas for the first time. So the shadow work video will probably be the only one that I do upload while I am away. So you know, I'm planning on filming that while I'm away and uploading that, but that may be a good one for you to be watching, because what we're seeing here, with this being the love energy coming towards you or around you at this time, it shows us not only is there a shadow in the way that you're looking at love and the love energy that sort of surrounds you at the moment. It's sort of stuck in some shadow self stuff, some shadow work stuff, needing to, you know, progress and assess that sort of energy and look at what's holding you back with love. But also that, you know, when we're in that sort of energy, we do attract the things that are going to, you know, be attracted to the shadow self rather than your actual self. So you may be finding that you're attracting people that, you know, have the same patterns of people that from your past in negative ways. So it's kind of like that, like attracts like. So it's kind of like you're vibrating at this shadow frequency at the moment, which is actually, bringing about this energy, attracting people to you that are, trying to take advantage of your vulnerabilities and that kind of energy. But we'll have a look. It's just, I'm also just feeling here, Taurus, that, you may be attracting drama of some sort at the moment. But we'll have a look. Taurus. Love energy coming towards Taurus, please. Love energy coming towards Taurus. Yes, straight up. Okay, so straight away we've got that whip energy coming through here, Taurus, which is, once again, it's that drama. Okay, I sort of picked up on that intuitively before I drew that card out, and it is the tensions, dramas, conflicts, fighting coming your way. So it's kind of like, it may be coming from somebody who does, care about you a great deal, but it's just that energy of, bringing a fight to your doorstep kind of thing. That tension may also be, inner conflict, and that's why we're seeing that as well, because that shadow self. So it's a very sort of, I just feel as though it's like emotionally conflicting time where, you're just having a bit of inner drama, inner tension when it comes to all matters of love. Those of you who are currently connected to somebody, you may be sort of fighting with them a little bit this week, that sort of energy as well. But we do have, the potential to change that is coming through as well, because we do have the fish energy. Okay, so for some of you there is this energy of some of that drama being related to money. All right, so you may find yourself fighting with somebody over money, or you may be fighting your own self when it comes to money. You may be it's that energy of like maybe in the, I'm kind of getting this storyline being given to me of, somebody who in the past has only ever sort of been in relationships or dated people that are in lower income brackets than you yourself, and it's kind of like fighting with yourself about, hang on, I deserve to actually be with somebody who is, has a more abundant outlook on life. The fish there is all about abundance and wealth. Okay, so it's kind of that energy of, you kind of fighting with yourself about, it feels like that inner conflict about, do I deserve to put up with all these, I keep getting that TLC, is it TLC, Scrubs? No, Scrubs song. Like, do I deserve to be with a scrub, or do I actually deserve to be with somebody who is a little bit more wealthy mindset? It doesn't mean that they're, rich as, and vice versa. So if you are with someone, who's quite wealthy, maybe you just sort of having this inner conflict about, do I even deserve this? The way that they treat me when it comes to, sharing abundance and wealth with me, do I even deserve this? So you are sort of just fighting with your shadow self a little bit here, I feel. Maybe feeling a little bit of shame when it comes to money and that sort of stuff. So, there is also a bit of a warning here, because we've got the bouquet. So that's kind of telling you that, just be very careful that what you give out into the universe, you're going to receive back. So if you're projecting that you don't deserve to have money spent on you, why would people want to spend money on you? That kind of thing. But so it's very giving energy. The more that you're giving at the moment, whether it be time, energy, love, or money, the more you're going to receive back in return. And if you've got someone who's giving you, a lot of monetary gifts, even if you can't afford to, do that to them as well, you can still give them your time, give them your energy, give them your love. Okay, these things are, all part of abundance. It's not just money. All right, the be all and end all of this life is not just money, and we're definitely seeing that here with that bouquet, because it's a very reciprocal energy. So it's like the more that you give this person, the more that they're going to be giving to you in return. So if you're feeling shame for receiving so much from somebody, it's asking you to sort of look at, hang on, what am I giving them in other ways? It doesn't necessarily, talk about having to give time to receive time, to give money to receive money. Like, you can give somebody your time and energy, and receive money in return for that. We see that in, the corporate world, where, you spend your time and energy working for somebody, and they have to give you a paycheck. So, it's definitely not having to be in the exact same currency, all this stuff. To the people that have a lot of money, things like love and time and energy mean more to them a lot of the time than money in return. Like, if they've got a lot of money, they don't care about getting more money, do they? Well, you know what I mean, just so to speak. We all love money. Everyone loves money. It's just one of them things that a lot of us do. It's the way that the world works, isn't it? That we're sort of, money does have a high importance, but just remember that high importance comes in other forms as well here, Taurus. But you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But we'll move on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, how are we? Okay, love energy coming towards Gemini. Love energy around Gemini. What love energy have we got coming towards our Geminis? Starseed. What a gorgeous card. That says self, memories, identity. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you, you are just sort of in a bit of solitude, thinking about, having memories of love from the past, and how that has created you in the way that you are, how that has helped you form your identity as somebody who can love and be loved. Some of you may be connected to somebody who kind of really, mirrors you, or reflects things about you yourself, reflects things about, past relationships that sort of really make you look inward a little bit more here. Okay, but we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. Gemini, love energy coming towards our Geminis, please. Okay, pardon me. We do have the moon. Okay, so following your intuition, coming through very strongly with the moon card today, but also the moon is about the things that you're emotionally sensitive to, your emotions, basically there. That has come through with the key. So it's kind of like unlocking emotions within yourself that you maybe didn't realize that you held that certain emotion towards somebody. It's all got to do with these memories that came through in that oracle card there. So you are in a bit of we do have the tower there, so you are in a bit of a more of a solitude phase at the moment when it comes to love. I feel, regardless of whether you're in a connection currently or not, you are kind of sitting back by yourself and thinking a little bit more about the past and how that has affected you and whatnot, and really unlocking those deep emotions that you maybe haven't accessed for a while. Really thinking about how your emotional journey has opened up different opportunities for you when it comes to love. With the key there is a lot of potential for new opportunities in love and success in those opportunities as well, that they can actually help bring you a lot of emotional success. And if you haven't been sort of in solitude in any sense there, it may be a good time to actually think about doing that, just taking some time to yourself to really assess your emotional capacity at the moment, and what emotions do you want to unlock in your life, what emotions are you willing to open yourself up to. I do feel that there's a Gemini out there that is kind of realizing that there's a certain emotion that you've been very closed off to, and it's kind of like you know, lowering the defenses with that Tower a little bit, and opening yourself up to have a look at these emotions within you. You know, a lot of you, these emotions are coming through from, you know, memories and how you've created your identity as you know, within love. So as a lover, as a partner. You know, what sort of partner are you? How do you feel about that? The emotions that you pride yourself on, the emotions that you try to hold at bay, you know, how you can be more emotionally open and vulnerable in the future to, you know, have that success that you want. All right. A few things to think about there, Gemini, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. All right, so moving on to Cancer. How are we, Cancer? Love energy coming towards our Cancers. The love energy coming towards Cancer. Okay, we have the pentagram. Geez, these cards are gorgeous. I love them. Harmony, protection, idealism. So, you know, with that particular card, it is sort of a very connected to magic kind of energy, but we do see that protection and harmony coming through with that as well. Everything happening in a perfect sort of harmony with each other. So, you know, if you are already in a connection with somebody, you may be having this moment of just pure harmony where, you know, everything seems to be falling into place in perfect sync, you know, and really bouncing off each other in a really lovely way. It's that kind of finishing each other's sentences kind of energy. If you're not currently in a connection, you may be meeting somebody who sort of really helps bring this vibe to you. You know, I feel for a lot of you though, it's this idealism that this harmony, it's kind of like, it's a hard energy to read. It's like, because some of you, I feel like, are trying to block against this harmony a little bit. You're trying to tell yourself that, oh, this harmony is like, it's an idealistic way of looking at how me and this person work together, if I'm only looking at the ways in which we're harmonious. But, you know, I feel like a part of you are, you know, protecting yourself against this a little bit. But, you know, there is this magic to this, and it's I just keep getting like this, you know, this energy of like music, for example. So if you think of like a song where there's multiple singers in the song, and like two singers, for example, and the way that they harmonize together, because they may have totally different voices, and be in totally different keys, but it comes out as this, you know, as a whole, it works. And it's it's there's an element I just can't quite grasp here, because I do feel that with that it does feel as though, you know, we see the spider's web there around that pentagram. It does feel for some of you, you're trying to protect yourself against this, and you're trying to, you know, every time you hit into this beautiful harmony, it's kind of like you thrash and fight around and try to get away from that perfect harmony that you're finding with this person, because, you know, you're trying to protect yourself, but it kind of is coming across as you feel as though you're caught in this web, because it's like, it's kind of like you're telling yourself, this is too perfect, it can't be, you know, I can't escape this because it's too perfect. Like, very it's like you're fighting yourself here, Cancer. Like, you know that this is magical and exactly where you want to be, but every time you sort of get exactly where you want to be, it's you fight it. So weird. Okay. Cancer. Love energy coming towards Cancer, please. I'm kind of getting to that, you know, some of you, it's not that you feel trapped, it's that you feel, it's got to do with that magic, that you feel as though this person has put a spell on you kind of energy. Yeah, it's a weird energy. We have the cross. Okay, so that's probably what you're fighting. It's the destiny that's, because that's what I'm feeling like. It's kind of, you know, when I'm saying things like, it feels like you're trying to fight against this. It feels like you're trying to, you know, thrash around and get out of this web. It's because you are kind of fighting against destiny here. You're like, oh, I had one of the other signs had a card that was all about free will, and it kind of feels like that's what's happening here. Is you know that this is your destiny. It's so harmonious and perfect and magical. You know that this is your destiny, and it's kind of like, no, it's too perfect. It's too magical. It's too harmonious. They must have put a spell on me because it can't be this. You know, it feels too destined and perfect, and you know, you're really struggling having faith, I suppose, in that sense. You're kind of fighting against the spiritual side of this connection, because it does feel like it's a pretty deep connection, and there's just this harmonious element where it's like you're two completely different people, but you know, when you both sing together, it's that perfect harmony kind of energy, and you're both trying to sing different songs, and then every time, you know, you somehow meet in the middle, it's like, ah. So yeah, so it does feel as though, you know, that destiny factor, that spiritual factor is this mountain energy here. We have the mountain there, which, you know, it is obstacles and delays. So it kind of feels as though you're trying to delay this a little bit. You know, you're just seeing these things as obstacles. You're seeing this spiritual connection and this perfect harmony as the obstacle, and that's why you're fighting against it, because there's something about it that's telling you this can't be right, this can't be right. We also have the bouquet, Cancer. So the bouquet is a very reciprocal energy. All right. So, you know, I do kind of feel as though there is this mirroring aspect here too, that, you know, once again, it's that harmony. This person is in total harmony with you, on a very spiritual level. So it's kind of like, yeah, every time that you say no, they say yes, but somehow you're meeting in the middle, and it's, you know, it's just, that's why it's a bit of an obstacle, because it's like trying to find that sync, where you're both actually on the same page. But the bouquet, it's all about, you know, giving it your all, regardless of, you know, your inner, whatever this inner thing is that's making you be like, they've put a spell on me. Giving your all to this anyway, because this person wants to give their all to you. You know, time, love, energy, giving. You know, this is kind of, you know, it's every obstacle that you've been, there's also this side message coming through of with that mountain, that every single obstacle, because, you know, you can see like a whole ton of mountains in this card. It's kind of like every single mountain that you've encountered in your life was part of your destiny, and that's kind of why you've been fighting this, I feel, is because, you know, you've had all these obstacles, you've put in so much hard work, and then here is your reward for all this hard work, and you just are having trouble trusting that, because, you know, all you've seen so far in life has been these peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, and then, you know, this energy, it's like that smooth sailing, like it's got that possibility for, even when there's peaks and valleys and obstacles and, you know, and whatnot in this connection, it's your reward for all your hard work through all the obstacles and delays in your life in general. And I feel like that's why you're kind of fighting it, because you're just not accustomed to that levelness, where all these, where these obstacles are actually, you have to have sort of faith that they happened for a reason, that that's how it's supposed to go. Life is not flat forever. We've always got ups and downs in life, and it's kind of like facing the obstacles with perseverance, and getting over those obstacles, and realizing that you really can give to this even when there is obstacles, that you and this person do seem to be quite balanced, and have this harmonious energy together. There is that sense of destiny and magic to this connection. So it's very, very interesting, Cancer. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of messages today that I really was not expecting to get so deep with this reading, but it is what it is. But we'll move on over to Leo. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, Cancer. But we'll move on to Leo. Okay, Leo, love energy headed towards you. Love energy for our Leos, please. I can't say half the words in this deck. Anunnaki. I have no idea. And Unaki. I don't know. Anarchy. That card number 5. Controlling, drama, conflict of interest. So you can see the two figures there with their backs toward each other, that they're kind of like, they're almost identical here. They're just, one's in blue, one's in orange, but there's quite a lot identical about these two characters. They've got pretty much all the detailing is the exact same. They've got the same beards, the same hats, the same type of clothing, but they've got their backs turned to each other. One's facing day, one's facing night. So it's kind of like, night and day fighting against each other. It's that energy of in that middle ground where, night and day are fighting, where it's like sunset and sunrise, where it's like the moon can't come up unless the sun goes down. The sun can't come up unless the moon, until the night has finished. So it's kind of this energy of, and it feels like it's both ways as well with the two figures there, that whatever this love energy around you is, Leo, it's kind of like you've kind of got your back turned to it, and because you're turning your back, it's turning its back to you. And there's just you're both trying to control the situation. So if you are in a connection with somebody, you're both kind of turning your backs on each other at the moment, because you're both trying to be the one that's in control, and be the figure in the sky, be the day, be the night. Conflict of interest. Night wants it to be night and dark and whatnot, but day wants it to be bright and sunny. It's that conflict of interest going on there. So there may be some dramas going on within connection with love for you at the moment, Leo, but we'll get a bit more detail here. Leo, love energy around our Leos, please. Yeah, so we have the clouds first and foremost. So once again, I'm getting this dual energy, but the clouds cover the sun, the clouds cover the moon. The clouds have put you both into this area where you're both having clouded judgment, thinking that you're your way of doing things is the right way. They think their way of doing things is the right way. You're both suffering a little bit of clouded judgment and confusion within the connection at the moment, because you both are allowing the clouds to cover the rest of whatever's going on here, and the clouds being, those overthinking thoughts, the way that we look at everything in a way where we allow our negative fears to sort of come through our thoughts, and we overthink every little thing, and we try to control every little thing, both trying to be quite logical. But if two people are trying to be quite logical, where's the heart, where's the love? So it's kind of needing to access that side of things a little bit more. One of you needing to, I do feel as though someone's going to give very soon, but it maybe needs to be both of you giving a little bit as well, not just one. But the clouds really does give us that advice of not allowing our fears to cloud our judgment, not allowing our logic, not allowing that depth of logic where we're trying to be so rational that we forget about the feeling side of things, not allowing that to overtake things, not looking into everything with a fine-tooth comb and judging every little thing, allowing some things to just be those soft fluffy clouds that just float on by. We do have the book here as well, so that does let us know that the narrative will be changing very soon. The book does talk about the next chapter, the new chapters coming in for you, and that has come through with the rider. All right, so someone here is about to start a brand new chapter and try to move away from that clouds energy, but at the moment, even for those of you who aren't currently in a connection, that clouds energy, that is the controlling energy, trying to control every little thing, trying to think everything through. Whereas some things you can't think through, you have to think from your heart. It's creating more drama than it needs to be. It's creating more anxiety within you than there needs to be. It's making your that conflict of interest in being able to start this next chapter. So it is sort of telling us that with that book and then the rider there, that there is going to be some sort of change coming in. For a lot of you, it's going to come in the form of some sort of news about something that's currently unknown to you. Is going to come through as a sort of message or some sort of news. That usually does happen pretty quickly. But at the end of the day, with that book energy there, it's important to remember that you write your own narrative, you write your own story in this life, and if you want your story to continually be people turning their backs on you, you need to stop turning your back on them as well. So someone needs to take the first step, and why can't it be you? I know a lot of the time it's easy to say, well, they need to take the first step, but if I'm just getting this vibe that if you don't take the first step, if someone doesn't start thinking from their feelings and their true heart, it may never, it may always be a fight. It may always be a conflict of interest. Someone needs to sort of open up and be a little bit more emotionally vulnerable before that can actually come to any sort of resolution, Leo. You may want to check your other placements. I do suggest your moon sign, coming so close to the full moon as well. But we'll move on over to Virgo. How are we, Virgo? Okay, love energy headed towards our Virgos. Love energy for our Virgos, please. The greys, the tall greys coming through for you, Virgo. Utilitarian, organized, intimidating. Okay, so are you dealing with a Capricorn? Capricorns are known to be those things. I'm a Capricorn myself, so I do get called intimidating a lot. Not gonna lie, but I'm just sort of straight away, I'm getting this vibe of like, you know, you can kind of see the, you know, the greys there. They're the ones that, you know, constantly are the ones that do like, you know, we hear of them, that they're the ones that do the probes and the experiments on humans and whatnot. And you can see here in this card, we've got, you know, a figure here, you know, being about to be experimented on, and then we've got these figures here in the giant test tubes. But it's kind of like, when I'm seeing those giant test tubes, it just keeps coming to me. Who are you trying to freeze? Who are you trying to freeze out here, Virgo? You're trying to freeze somebody out by being organized, utilitarian, and intimidating. Okay, you're trying to sort of, you know, it feels like, or this definitely could be someone towards you here, someone trying to intimidate you and trying to be quite organized and structured with the way that they're doing things. You know, that they may be trying to freeze you out a little bit here, Virgo. It's kind of like you're trying to control somebody. You know, it feels like that game, like the mental game kind of energy, where it's like you're trying to tower over somebody a little bit here, you know, and make them do what you want. It does feel a little bit controlling, but we'll have a look with the lenormand as well. And like I said, you know, switch that if necessary. That definitely could be somebody towards you as well, Virgo. Virgo, love energy around our Virgos, please. Seeing a clear kind of message here, Virgo, too. We do have the whip, firstly, so that's that conflict, that's that, you know, that controlling energy, a bit of drama, conflict, tension. It may even just be self-conflict, like fighting yourself, but that needs to end straight up. We've got the coffin there. The coffin is all about death and rebirth. That coffin, it also looks like, you know, these could be construed as coffin energy as well. You know, but it is all about something needing to end, to close the lid on something, in order to move forward, have a new beginning here. And what we're needing to end is that, you know, that whip energy, where we're in conflict, where we're having tension or trouble, some sort of drama that you might be having with somebody, that needs to end. Okay, pretty straightforward. That needs to end. The new beginning that we see here is the snake energy. So, you know, the straightforward message I keep getting here is, you know, the drama needs to end, and the way to end that is with physical intimacy. All right, someone needs to be experimented on in the bedroom. All right, that can be all about that passion, the desire. So it does feel as though there needs to be a new beginning between you and somebody, you know, in regard to, you know, letting them know how much you do desire them. It's kind of talking about, you know, follow your ambition, follow your passion. You know, find another way around this trouble. If you know, with the snake energy, kind of can find its way through anywhere. That's what needs to happen here. And I'm clearly getting that for a lot of you, that this is kind of telling me that the drama needs to end, and the way to end it is by, you know, getting that passion out of your system a little bit, you know, getting that, showing this person how passionate you feel about toward them, you know, in a physical way. So I am getting physical passion coming through pretty strongly with that as well. So once again, that experimenting on them, or allowing them to experiment on you. Hidden energy on the bottom of the deck, we have the ring as well. So there's definitely potential for a strong commitment here. It's just a matter of getting through whatever's going on right now in the energy. All right, so you know, even if you're not in a current connection there, that's you're trying to control love in general, and you need to be more honest with yourself about your true desires. You need to end the conflict, the conflicts, the dramas within yourself when it comes to love, and really stop trying to, you know, control that, and start, you know, have that new beginning where you follow your ambition, you follow your passion when it comes to love. All right. So that's what we have for you, Virgo. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, but we'll move on over to Libra. Libra, love energy for our Libras, please. Love energy for Libra. Okay, one of our other signs had this as well. I think it might have been Taurus. We have the shadow self coming through here. So that's denial, projecting, and shame. So I'm getting a bit of a different energy as to what I was seeing with Taurus. I do feel as though this is somebody around you that, you know, that they're projecting their own fears. They're, you know, they're in a bit of denial about who they are themselves. You know, they're in denial about this shadow part of themselves, and they're kind of projecting that onto you. So it's kind of that energy of like somebody saying to you, oh, you cheated on me, Libra. You did this, Libra. When really they're in denial about their own shame and their own, you know, they're projecting that on you. Like, you know, it's you hear it quite often when it comes to, you know, I'm just using the cheater example. I'm not saying that anyone's cheating on anyone or anything like that, but I'm using that as the example because it's quite sort of commonly heard of, that, you know, if someone accuses you of cheating, then they are very likely, you know, engaging in that behavior themselves or wanting to engage in that behavior themselves. And that's kind of the energy I'm getting here, that, you know, somebody's sort of putting stuff on you that is actually not you. They're just projecting their own fears, their own, you know, own parts of their own shadow self, and they're projecting that onto you and saying that all this stuff is, you're doing this, Libra, but you know, I don't feel that you are. I feel like, once again, that they're projecting their own fears. Okay, Libra, love energy coming towards Libra, please. Okay, some of you may be close to the cusp here, because I did just get a side message of one of the things we saw for Virgo, but for you it's a lot more solid. Okay, because we do see the coffin energy, all right? So it does feel as though with that coffin energy, that's all about a death and then rebirth. So it does feel as though, you know, this projecting energy, it will come to an end. You know, it's all about learning how to close the lid on that energy. And it's, once again, it's showing me straight away the easiest way to end that energy. We've got both the physical and the emotional intimacy cards here. So we've got the snake and then the lily. All right, so they're the two sex cards in the deck. So we've got, you know, the physical sex and we've got the emotional sex there. You know, and that's kind of going to be the best way, the best new beginning that you and this person could possibly have, is to, you know, get it all out. You know, the death and rebirth, and that rebirth is all about, you know, getting it all out. But you know, the snake does talk about, you know, passion and desire, you know, following that and sharing that with each other. Then the lily is all about, you know, that emotional intimacy, being very honest and open with each other, and having some sort of new beginning with these things. The lily being there does also show us that there is, you know, longevity here. All right, the lily holds the long-term stuff. So there is like a longevity coming through here, that, you know, as long as we can close the lid on that projecting issue and that shadow self stuff, as long as someone can face their shadow and deal with that they are projecting and that they're in denial about their own feelings, their own fears, you know, as long as we can close the lid on that and kill that off, you know, heal from that, work through that, we will have a brand new beginning here, where we will see a lot of passion and a lot of emotion, you know, between the two of you. So I do feel for majority of you, you may already be in a connection with this person, but for others of you, this, if you're not in a current connection, we're kind of seeing that no connection energy is partly what's going to end, you know, and that we will be heading into a period that it's looking like, you know, there's going to be a lot of intimacy in the near future for you with love, Libra. So very interesting. Let me know in the comments, you know, which side of that you resonate with, because, you know, for some of you, that shadow self, it may be you working through some shadow stuff of your own. I am doing a shadow work reading this following week sometime. It's going to probably be the only video I'm uploading this week while I'm away on holidays. I'm actually going away overseas for the first time. I'm super excited, and so I will only be doing the shadow work video while I'm away. So choosing to, you know, live in the moment a little bit, take some time off. So I hope everyone understands, and you know, that's cool. But yeah, so maybe keep an eye out for that shadow work video, Libra. You know, there may be something in that for you that may be able to help you, or, you know, even if you are in a connection, checking the shadow work stuff for your, you know, person sign, and see if there's anything that you can help them through. You know, I am going to be doing, you know, advice heavy shadow work this time. So it's going to have a lot of, you know, rather than doing the deep shadow work stuff this time around, I'm going to be doing, you know, the, you know, more positive shadow work, things to help with the shadow work a lot more. All right, so definitely keep an eye out for that one, Libra. It should be really handy to you, I personally feel. It's coming through, obviously, as your shadow self being the main card there. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for you, Libra. But you are more than welcome to check other placements, of course. But I'll move on over to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, love energy coming towards you. We have the Merkaba card. Okay, that one says movement, long distance travel, and excitement. Okay, so we may have somebody at a long distance to you, but a lot of excitement and movement. So, you know, you may be traveling and meeting somebody while you're traveling, all that kind of stuff. You may be, you know, if you are already in a connection, there may be a reason for excitement within the connection coming up, some sort of movement happening in the connection, okay? I'm kind of feeling too that, you know, there may have been some sort of emotional distance between you and somebody, and that's sort of, there's movement happening there on that end as well, getting closer to each other in that sense as well. Scorpio, love energy coming towards Scorpio, please. Yeah, so firstly we've got the letter. All right, so some sort of communication. This is all about communication, letters, emails, talking in person, talking on the phone, you know, texting, all that sort of stuff. So, you know, a lot of communication starting to open up between you and somebody. You may be just starting to talk to somebody, that kind of energy. There may be a specific communication heading your way, like, oh, I'm coming to visit you, Scorpio, that kind of thing. We do have the clouds as well. So, you know, it does show us that this person is pretty heavy in their thoughts when it comes to you. They are kind of really overthinking things, though. They maybe, you know, really overthinking you and the communication with you, and wanting to come see you. They may be overthinking it to the point they're getting a bit anxious and stressed about it. You know, their judgment may be feeling a little bit confused or clouded at the moment in regard to, I feel like for some of you that there's a specific communication that they're a little bit confused about, and they're not sure exactly what that means, but they're sort of, willing to close that distance between the two of you anyway. We do also have the fox. So once again, the fox and the clouds are both very logical, well thought out kind of energies. The fox can also talk about, this person trying to say what they think that you want to hear. They're really trying to sell themselves. I feel with the fox energy, it's feeling very independent and self-sufficient type of person, but there's this element that they're really trying to sell themselves to you, and maybe that's what they're overthinking. They're kind of like, oh, if I tell Scorpio too much about this, they're going to think this, and it's kind of that kind of energy. They're trying to play their cards right with the fox energy. It is the card of player energy, but I don't feel as though they're an actual player. I feel as though it's more along the lines of they're trying to play the conversation the right way. They're trying to communicate in a very clever way that makes you think of them the way that they want you to, so that they're only revealing certain things, or they're revealing certain things in order to get a certain point across to you, so that they are trying to be very clever with the way that they're communicating towards you. They're trying to play their cards right, is kind of what I keep getting with that. So that's what we've got for you, Scorpio. A short and sweet one for you this week, but check your other placements, of course. You're more than welcome to, but we will move on over to our Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. Love energy coming towards you. Sagittarius, love energy coming towards our Saggies. Once again, sorry if I'm still getting the hang of, this dental work. It's making my voice a little bit different. I can hear it, but you may not even be able to hear it. But I'm talking a little bit differently to how I normally speak. But Sagittarius, we have the pentagram for you. Okay, I just heard when I showed you that card, I heard witchy woman. So is that you or somebody around you, Sagittarius? It does say harmony, protection, idealism. Okay, anyone that doesn't know about pentagrams, they're actually very powerful symbols of protection. They have been sort of put aside as witchy kind of symbology in the last however long, but their roots are actually in a lot of different faiths, and it's got a lot more meaning than what people associate it to with the witch kind of stuff. There's deeper meanings to the pentagram energy, and it is all about that harmony in nature and connecting to different points of nature. Even in the witch kind of element, there you do see the four elements plus spirit. Okay, so still connecting to spirit, as well as the earth, air, fire, and water. So there is that very interesting thing. I've also seen the spirit listed as like astral element as well. Spirit in that sense as well, space or whatever as well. But I'm just feeling that somehow may be representative to some of you of who this person around you may be. This love energy coming towards you does feel as though it's sort of that energy where everything loops back into itself, and it's got like different points of interest that all connect in the center, and make something very harmonious in the middle. Okay, so I'm also getting, for some of you, somebody may have a pentagram tattoo as well. So you may be connecting to somebody who has an actual pentagram tattoo, or you yourself may have a pentagram tattoo. I'm not a Sagittarius, and look at me, I've got a pentagram on my necklace here, and I don't really want to, but in my tattoo there is a pentagram in that as well. That's For anyone who doesn't know, it's a universal belief pentagram. So it's got a multitude of different religious symbols in that. It's actually off a Disturbed album cover. I believe they even made up the symbol themselves, but I really love the idea of it. It's got not only a pentagram, it's got a whole bunch of different ones, like even a cross and stuff from different religions all joined into one symbol. So if you're interested in that, it is off a Disturbed album cover called Believe. So have a look at that and look into that. It's actually quite interesting. But somehow pentagram is important, and I keep getting the tattoo reference as well. So there's definitely someone out there with the pentagram tattoo. All right, Sagittarius, love energy coming towards Sagittarius, please. The hidden energy on the bottom, we have the ring. Okay, so I feel like what we're looking at is some sort of cycle. For some of you, it's a cycle, and for others of you, this is just talking about commitment of some sort upcoming. That hidden energy of wanting commitment is there. But for others of you, this is the hidden energy of dealing with cycles within love for you yourself. All right, which I am feeling that this person in your energy is dealing with cycles that in their own way as well. We do have the Mouse first and foremost. So the Mouse is all about loss. All right, so it's like the things that the things that keep you up late at night. The things that eat away in the back of your mind, eat away at your energy. But we do see the Scythe here. So the Scythe is this person breaking free from that loss. They're kind of it's a sudden, with the Scythe. It's like a sudden, unexpected change, a break free from this loss energy. So they may have suffered a pretty bad loss in love in the past. They've lost somebody important to them in the past, and it's kind of that sudden energy of suddenly they're ready to move on. Suddenly they're ready to dispel that from their energy and move into a much more harmonious zone when it comes to love. They're ready to find the magic again. All right, when it comes to love, they are just sort of, they may even say to you something along those lines of, I have just sort of broken free from this. For some of them, I do feel as though it may have been a toxic cycle that they were in. And that's why it was such a big loss to them, because anyone that has been in toxic cycles, it does really F you up emotionally, and it really it really can feel as though something was taken from you, like the opportunity was taken from you, or you've lost a lot of time and effort on something that didn't work and was toxic or whatever. But they're suddenly breaking free from that energy that's not sort of haunting them anymore, is kind of what I'm getting there. And they're moving forward into the Clouds energy, which is much more logical way of thinking. Even though their overthinking may tend to stress them out and lead them to anxiety, I feel as though that's just got to do with, their anxieties of cycles that they've been through in the past, that they do have a lot of fear, I feel like this person has been treated badly in the past. They've had a severe sort of breakup in the past, that they've broken free from that, or they are breaking free from that energy. But it does sort of lead them to overthink things and try to think about things very rationally, rather than allowing their emotions to take control. But they're ready to experience that love again, and they're ready to get out of that web that their past has put them in, and move forward into a much more magical zone, protected zone, where they can, they've got that idealism is one of the keywords there. They've got this idea of what truly would be amazing for them, and that's exactly where they're heading. I'm just kind of feeling here Sagittarius, that whoever this person is in your energy, it's kind of like tread carefully with this person. They have suffered some great losses, and you know, the cycles have been hard on them, and you know, as we all know, when we break free from those sorts of cycles, they can sort of linger in unexpected ways as well. So you know, especially when it comes to our fears and the way that we overthink things and allow ourselves to get anxious and try to be non-emotional, you know, just to protect ourselves. So it does feel as though this person is, you know, in the long run, they're just trying to protect themselves from, you know, going back through the things that they've been through in the past. So just keep that in mind. I feel there, Sagittarius, it's gentle with this person, I feel. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements. Moving on to Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn. Just having a look at the love energy coming towards you, Capricorn. Love energy coming towards our Capricorns. Ooh, blue avians. Okay, philosophy, releasing karma and mysticism. Ooh, I love that for Capricorn. So thinking deeply about things, Capricorn, thinking about spiritual ramifications of love for you yourself, the mysticism element coming through strong. Anyone that has been watching my channel for a while and been watching those Capricorn readings, you will know that we have been getting quite a lot of spiritual messages for Capricorn. You know, Spirit's got your back at the moment. You know, the universe is backing you up here, and we are seeing that releasing karma coming through strongly with that one. So, you know, there's a reason that you are getting all these messages, because I feel like you yourself have been doing a lot of work to put yourself in the place where, you know, love can reattach to you or attach to you, and you can have love energy coming towards you. But at the moment, you're really sort of viewing love from a very mystic point of view, very spiritual point of view. And it's viewing you the same. Very interesting. And interestingly enough, it is sort of showing me as well that the blue avians obviously means birds, right? And birds in the lenormand does talk about conversations, and you know, so it's having those big deep conversations with yourself, the conversations of the mind. You know, that philosophy happening for you at the moment. You know, really working out. I feel like that's you all over Capricorn, that blue avians card. Even though we're asking about the love energy coming towards you, you may even be meeting somebody who's making you sort of see that about yourself. Love energy coming towards our Capricorns. Love energy coming towards Capricorn, please. But like if there's a certain thing going on for you spiritually, I would really be listening to that. We have the Tower, Capricorn. So once again, I feel like this is you a little bit in personal solitude. I feel really thinking things through, having those big deep conversations with yourself, where you're really getting down into the soul of who you are and what you want in love and what you want to attract in love. But for, you know, it's also coming through for some of you that this is somebody from your past, somebody coming back around again, kind of energy. I feel like I've had this message for Capricorn a few times lately too, but it definitely does feel like somebody from your past in your energy here. Could be somebody older than you, somebody who's very structured maybe, for a couple of you there, somebody who's very authoritarian type energy. Like, because I keep hearing like politician and, you know, those sorts of people. I don't know what other sorts of people other than politics, but anyway, I'm just getting this strong political kind of vibe as well with that card. So maybe somebody trying to be a little bit authoritarian over you with love at the moment. We also have, like, and it's also coming through though that they are also being very, you know, they're up in their own fortress and they're very, you know, they may have a very big tower around their own heart as well, Capricorn. So just be aware of that, that this person may be very, very comfortable with their own solitude and very authoritarian about anyone trying to break their solitude, if that kind of makes sense. But we also have the flowers. Okay, so I do feel like this is kind of like a reward for all your hard effort. But this is very giving energy. It's all about giving and receiving what you want and need. All right, giving your all. This person giving their all to you. Someone, I feel like someone straight up is someone is getting flowers off this person in the near future. It is the bouquet there. You know, but and especially too with that tower, because that can talk about a marriage. With those two cards, it can talk about a wedding or a marriage. With those two cards, this person may be you may even be meeting someone at a wedding, that kind of thing, because you know, we do have that government connection with the tower. Like I was saying, that politician vibe was coming through, and the bouquet, obviously, you know, we throw a bouquet. It's just coming to me like that, you know, you throw a bouquet at a wedding, and you're at some sort of government function where they throw a bouquet, and like, where else would that be but a wedding, I suppose. But you know, with the bouquet, it's very, you know, time, love, energy. They're willing to give to you as long as you're willing to give to them. So giving as much as you're receiving. You know, it's not a one-sided connection with that bouquet. It goes both ways. It's very reciprocal. But we are also seeing the bear. Okay, and so the bear is actually one of the cards I do associate quite strongly with Capricorn. It is all about protecting yourself, having your boundaries up firmly. So with the tower and the bear both there, I would sort of stress to you that it is important for you to have strong boundaries with this person. They may also have quite strong boundaries. They may be trying to protect themselves quite strongly as well, because that is kind of like that mama bear that protects what's close to them. So you know, don't get too close. They might rip your face off. I'm getting that for one or two of you too. They may be prone to, you know, when you push that when they feel as though their protection is being pushed, that they may actually become a little bit defensive or aggressive as well. So just be wary of that as well. But you know, with the bouquet in the middle, overall, I would say the energy that this person has got is very, you know, they want to give to this. You know, it's just coming through in a very structured kind of way. Whereas you seem to be more in a spiritual kind of way at the moment, and this person's coming in, you know, kind of trying to be more structured and traditional like. Very interesting, Capricorn. That's what we have for you. You are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on over to our Aquarians. Okay, Aquarius, how are we today? Aquarius, love energy coming towards you, Aquarius. Oh, as if this isn't one of the most Aquarian cards in the deck. We have the Syrians A. There's two Syrians cards in this deck, and this is the A type. Artistic, integrity, and honesty. This really does remind me of the Aquarius energy straight away anyway, you know, which is very, very interesting. But artistic, integrity, honesty. So this person in your energy, you know, very honest, and you know, they've got good morals, and they're also very creative in the way that they express that, and the way that they express themselves. It feels like a really nice energy, Aquarius. For some of you, you may even be dealing with another Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, love energy coming towards Aquarius. And we do have, like, I am sort of seeing, I'm getting drawn to a few things in this. in this for you, Aquarius, that, we do have the imagery here. I'm seeing the pink is quite important at the moment, but I'm also seeing the fact that the chakra stuff, pardon, I can't remember what the purple and pink chakras are, but, this alien creature is sort of holding the purple one and the pink one's floating up there. And then we have all the chakras, running down the front of the outfit here. So the purple one's at the top and then the pink one. So maybe that's crown and third eye chakras. Crown being, well, they're both standing out to me. The pink is standing out to me as well. So yeah, maybe the crown and the third eye are very important, astral type of energy between you and this person. Spiritual energy. Astral. Spiritual energy. We have the flowers. Okay, so the flowers is all about giving and taking, that give and take. It's a very reciprocal energy though, and it's, it's kind of like pleasures, simple pleasures in life as well. But I do feel as though this person is wanting to give to this, but there is an issue here with there is an issue here. They are wanting to give to this, but one of you feels like this is not equal, is kind of what I'm getting. One of you is, because with that flowers there, like I said, it's that give and take, and generally it is a very a very reciprocal energy, giving and taking. You giving as much as you're getting off this person. But the next card we have the mice, and then the tower. All right, so the mice energy is all about like loss and things sort of eating away at you. So I do feel as though one of you, I can't really read as though whether this is you or them. One of you is feeling as though you're giving and giving and giving and not actually receiving anything in return. But for some of you, this may be more to do with past. Because, both the mice and the tower do also talk about the past. So, I feel like for some of you, this is just this person's fear. And, with that Syrian's A and the honesty on that, I do feel as though you're going to know about this, or this person will talk to you about this, or, you're going to be telling this person about this. That, maybe in the past you felt as though you had lost something that you gave your all to, and you weren't receiving back from that, and it became a loss in that sense. For others of you, again, it's this tower is actually more about solitude. So it's kind of someone feeling the loss of solitude, because they're willing to give to this. So I'm getting a few messages here. So for some of you, it's got to do with like the loss of a past thing that they gave to. For others of you, it's feeling as though we've lost our reciprocal energy, and someone is giving more than they're actually getting. Whereas for others of you altogether, this is about like that losing solitude, that they've been so, it's kind of that vibe of I've been so used to being single and being by myself that's actually feeling like a loss, like, oh, I'm not by myself anymore. I really want to give to this connection, but it's going to take me a little bit of time to adapt, because I'm losing on my solitude, and I'm so used to, just being up in my tower, that I don't really know how to deal with having to share kind of vibes. So I'm getting a few different messages there for you, Aquarius, but you are more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But we'll move on over to Pisces. How are we, Pisces? Okay, Pisces, love energy coming towards you, Pisces. Love energy coming towards our Pisces. Okay, Pisces. Who are you dealing with, Pisces? Firstly, we've got the shadow self coming through there, and I did actually have a second card fall out for you, Pisces. The shadow self does say denial, projecting, and shame. So this person that you're dealing with, or some of you aren't even dealing with them, they're just in your energy, and I can see why from the second card that's fallen out here. But for a lot of you, you're not even dealing with this person, which is interesting. But this is the energy that's coming towards you at the moment when it comes to, you know, love. Someone is projecting their fear, their shadow self onto you. All right, they're in denial about who they really are, and they feel shame about something or something or part of themselves that they know that that's part of who they are, but they're in denial about it. So it's kind of like they're projecting that onto you. I'm getting that vibe of, you know, like someone who plays the victim kind of thing, where they're like, even if they're the ones that, you know, did a million things wrong, they kind of blame everyone else for their problems and don't actually take responsibility for their own actions and their own role that they've played in things. We had the card that fell out was the MIB card, a Men in Black, all right? Stalking, intimidation, and confrontation. So this person is, you know, they're projecting all their ish onto you, Pisces, and they may be stalking you in that sense of, you know, looking you up online, keeping tabs on you. For some of you, they may be outright stalking you. You know, although I hope for your sake that's not the case, but I feel as though they're leading up to some sort of confrontation with you, Pisces, because this person, their shadow is, you know, you can see in that card, their shadow is overtaking them. Their shadow has horns, baby. And I keep seeing the Devil card out of tarot as well. So it's like they may have, I'm kind of getting addictions and obsession with the stalking stuff too. They may have some addictions or obsessions that they're struggling with, and they're in denial about those, and they're projecting all their ish onto you, and they're leading up to some sort of confrontation with you, Pisces. So straight away, I am getting an energy of telling you to be wary of this energy, regardless of who they are to you. Love energy coming towards Pisces, please. Love energy coming towards Pisces, please. I hate these sorts of readings, Pisces, because it's a hard energy. Yeah. This person is leading up to a confrontation with you, Pisces. Or trying to intimidate you in some way. All right, because we've got the mice and then the rider. So this person is going to come to you with this mouse energy, all right? So the mouse energy is all about loss and stress and stuff that's happened in the past, things that eat away at them, you know. So this is that stuff that they're in denial about, that they're projecting onto you. Their own shame, they're projecting that onto you. Things that have happened in the past between you and this person. So, you know, this is someone from your past, Pisces. I can see that straight away. I'm getting two of the past cards here. All right, so the mice is definitely someone from the past. And then the third card we've got is the Tower, which also can allude to somebody from your past. All right, and this person, you know, it's eating them alive kind of energy, and they need to bring that to you. I don't know why they're wanting to bring that to you. Clarify why is this person, why? Can we get the why, please? Okay, Spirit's telling me it's just because they're in denial and they've got to blame someone, so they're blaming you, Pisces. Any further information then? Yeah. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the fox, which is someone playing games, and then we have the moon energy as the why. So it's emotions. There's the emotional sensitivities, things that make them feel vulnerable. Fears, their own fears, their own vulnerabilities. They're not wanting to feel those. They're projecting that onto you. And yeah, it's that playing the victim stuff. Like, I'm sorry, I don't like this. I'm sorry, Pisces, that this is what we're ending up with for you here. And the tower too, that it's like this person coming to you. It feels like they're trying to push you into this tower. They're trying to lock you up in the tower where you can't escape your own, you know, it's like they're telling you, you need to be by yourself. You don't, like, it's trying, it's making me want to cry, Pisces. I don't like this energy at all. Let me know in the comments if you know who that is, because it's someone from your past and they're projecting their ish onto you. It does feel as though they're leading up to this confrontation, which is that rider. They're bringing news to you of all the ways, you know, all the things they've lost. They feel very self-involved. Like, yeah, playing the victim. But it feels like they're trying to push you into this tower. That's that intimidation thing, that confrontation, that they're trying to push you so that you're up in this tower with, you know, they're trying to build, it's kind of like they're trying to build this fortress around you to stop anyone from getting close to you. Just one more. Advice for Pisces, please. Advice for Pisces, please. We have the anchor. Stand firm. Rely on yourself. Rely on the people that you know can hold you steady through the storm. Hold steady through the storm, Pisces. You know, don't allow this to weigh you down or hold you back or anything like that. Hold steady, okay? Hold steady. There may be a storm coming from this person. Hopefully the energy shifts and changes. You know, energy is fluid. I'm hoping that it changes and that this person does not incite some sort of confrontation with you, Pisces. But at the moment, that's the energy that's coming towards you, all right? So just be aware of that and protect yourself, Pisces. You know, be on guard. All right, that's what we have for you. I'm sorry to end on such a negative note there, Pisces, but please check your other placements. You might want to check your moon sign coming up to the full moon. But, you know, all in all, hopefully we see a better reading for you coming up soon. Keep your eye out. I will have a shadow work reading coming up this week. It'll probably be my only reading this coming week, due to me being away, so traveling. I'm going overseas for the first time, so hopefully I'll see you all there. The shadow work reading, I know it sounds a little bit daunting, but the shadow work reading this time around is actually going to be very light. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be stuff that, you know, our heart wants to know, and you know, things that will help us move forward in positive ways, rather than having to deal with the shadow side of stuff as much, you know. So just focus on yourself, Pisces. Don't allow this person to sink the ship. All right. Hopefully, I'll see you all again soon.